Do you plan on attending?
Yes.
Ah, nice. How long do you think you plan on being out there?
12 days.
Okay.
Well, I'll be 10 days there. I'll leave on the 18th of November.
How do you schedule it? You check and see like the initial pools. Is it the first? You try to be there for the first bit of it, or the end, or in the middle?
I go for the first bit. The World Cups I've attended has been for the first bit because obviously later on is where you get the absolute the best games.
Right.
The the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. That's when you'll get the best teams in the world playing against each other for the ultimate prize. What I like going about the early part is there's fans from all over the world there.
Yes.
So you get to experience all those different fan groups and those different cultures in that short space of time. And that's even going to be even more pronounced in Qatar because it's all in one place. Wow. So in the World Cup in Brazil in 2014, in France 2016, you're traveling across the country to various games, passing fans on the way. You may be in a particular, let's say Paris for a game, and the game you're watching is tomorrow. So there's two sets of fans, but there may be another game there 2 days later. So those fans are already in, and it's just a wonderful festival.
Anybody in particular you're looking forward to seeing?
Yes. So Wales have only ever qualified for one World Cup before this, which was 1958.
Wow. So they're in this World Cup?
Well, the first game is USA v Wales.
Okay.
So I had some tickets from the FIFA lottery, but I wasn't sure if I was going to go or not. Wales had a playoff to qualify for the World Cup. The way the European qualification works is the winner of the qualification group goes automatically, and all the second place teams go through a playoff system. Wales finished second in their qualifying group. And so they were going to go into a playoff. The playoff games were scheduled for March. The draw for the World Cup was early May. So typically when you buy tickets before you even know who's going to play each other yet. And then let me expand on that. Ticket sales start before the draw, and you will get, the ticket will say A1 versus A3 in Johnson City on this date and time, but you don't know who A1 and A3 are yet because the draw's not till May. So we had some tickets from that. It's a lottery first, and then there's a first come, first served ticket sales phase. So we had some tickets. Wales had to play off against Ukraine. Wales had to play Scotland and then play Ukraine.
Yeah.
And so sorry. Wales had to play, I think it was Austria, and Scotland played Ukraine, and the winner of those two games would go to the World Cup. Wales win their game, but Scotland for Ukraine has to get postponed because of the war.
Right.
So that game was rescheduled for the first week of June, 1st of June, and the Wales' game was scheduled for the 5th of June. Wales versus the winner of Scotland-Ukraine. Yeah. The draw happens early May. So almost all teams are confirmed, except the winner of this playoff. USA have been placed into a group with England and Iran, and the fourth team in that group is the winner of that European playoff.
Yep.
So we had the ticket that says USA versus European playoff winner, which I knew could be Wales. And it's the two countries that I love, the two countries that I spent my life. I grew up in Wales, and I love it. And I moved to America, and I absolutely love it. Both countries have given me so much, more debt than I could ever repay to them. I've did all my coaching education with the Welsh Football Association. I've got a lot of friends at the Welsh Football Association. I used to work with the Welsh Football Association. And so the draw had already been made. Ukraine beat Scotland, so it's Wales versus Ukraine for a place in the World Cup. Now, obviously, there's a lot of sympathy for Ukraine at this point because of the atrocities that they're experiencing at home.
For sure.
Wales win the game 1-0. I booked the flight that night. I said, I can't miss Wales. Wales have never been in a World Cup in my lifetime. They're expanding the next World Cup, which is going to be in the USA, Mexico, and Canada. Yeah. They're going from 32 teams to 48 teams. So chances are Wales will qualify for that. Right. But this is the first time they've been in a World Cup in my entire life. And they're playing my home country. The two passports I have, US, and I thought I can't miss that. So I booked the flight that night.
Dr. Sayers, I'm excited for you.
Cheers, man. Yeah.
What was it like watching that game, watching them win 1-0?
It was incredible. It was so tense. It was so unbelievably tense, so much at stake. And obviously, you know, it was difficult because the entire world was, apart from Russia, was supporting Ukraine, understandably so. And it was difficult, it was tense, but as soon as that was confirmed, then the celebrations began, and I booked that flight.
Very cool. Well, what kit are you going to wear?
I'm neutral that day.
Okay.
I'm neutral that day. I hope they both go. I hope the game's a tie and they both go through, because they're in groups of 4, and the top 2 from each group go through to the next round.
Okay.
Hope both Wales and USA go through.
That'd be cool. Now I got a root for Wales.
There you go.
For Dr. Sayers.